Have you ever felt like giving up? That moment when everything seems too hard, too far, too impossible? Today, I want to share something that changed my life. The real secret of persistence. Let me tell you about a morning I'll never forget. I was ready to quit everything. 3 years of trying and nothing seemed to work. That's when my grandfather told me about the bamboo tree. For 4 years, he said, you water it every day and see nothing. Not a single sprout. Then in the 5th year it grows 90 feet in 6 weeks. His eyes lit up as he said, those first 4 years, it was growing strong roots. Without them, it could never reach such heights. You see, persistence isn't just about keeping going. It's about believing in what you can't see yet. Like that bamboo tree, your efforts are building something under the surface, even when you can't see the results. I remember watching a documentary about ants. When they face an obstacle, they don't give up. They try different paths, over, under, around. Sometimes they try hundreds of times. They never think, maybe this is impossible. They just keep going until they find a way. Here's what nobody tells you about persistence. It's not about being the strongest or the most talented. It's about being the last one standing. I learned this from my friend Sarah. She wasn't the best writer in her class, but today she's a successful author. Why? Because while others gave up after a few rejections, she kept submitting her work. 300 rejections later, she got her first yes. You know what's interesting about persistence? It's like building a wall. 1 brick might not look like much. 10 bricks might not seem impressive. But brick by brick, day by day, that wall gets built. Most people quit because they overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can do in a year. Let me share something personal. When I started this journey, I was terrible. My first videos were awkward. My voice shook. But I made a promise to myself, show up every day, no matter what. Some days, only 10 people watched. But I kept going. Because persistence isn't about the numbers. It's about the commitment to your dream. Here's a truth about persistence that most people miss. It's not about doing big things. It's about doing small things consistently, like water dropping on a stone. 1 drop doesn't make a difference. But day after day, year after year, that water can cut through rock. I met an Olympic athlete once. I asked her about her success, expecting to hear about talent or luck. Instead, she said, I just showed up every day when others didn't. Rainy days, tired days, hard days, especially those days. That's where the real victory is won. You see, persistence has a secret power. It weeds out the competition. Most people quit when things get hard. They quit when they don't see results. They quit when doubt creeps in. But if you keep going, you're already ahead of 90% of people. Think about boiling water. At 211 degrees, water is hot. At 212 degrees, it boils. That 1 degree makes all the difference. Persistence is about that 1 extra degree, that 1 extra try, that 1 extra day. Here's something practical about persistence. It needs rest. Like a muscle, it grows stronger with use, but also needs recovery. Taking breaks isn't quitting, it's preparing for the next push forward. Even the strongest river has calm pools. You know what's beautiful about persistence? It changes you. Every time you choose to continue despite difficulties, you become stronger. It's like forging a sword. Each hammer blow makes the metal stronger, more resilient. Let me tell you about the power of small wins. Each tiny victory, each small step forward, builds your persistence muscle. Don't wait for big victories to celebrate. Celebrate showing up. Celebrate trying again. Celebrate staying in the game. Before we wrap up, remember this. Persistence isn't about never falling. It's about getting up one more time than you fall. It's about believing that slow progress is still progress. That small steps still move you forward. If this message speaks to you, become part of our community by subscribing to Wisdom Journey. Share your persistent story in the comments. Your journey might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay connected on this path of never giving up. Remember, persistence isn't just what you do, it's who you become in the process.